Hey, what's up guys? Another video here where I will show you more broken stuff in Cyberpunk 2077. Since you guys liked my video that showed you 35 perks that do not work at the moment, I will today go over items that do not work. These items will consist out of clothing mods, cyberware mods and weapon mods, and there are actually quite some mods still not working as of the most recent patch, patch 1.11. And you might be using some of these mods right now without even knowing that they are not working. So to find out which mods do not work, I tested some of them out myself, but mostly used iCheek's great work and Google spreadsheet, where all broken stuff currently in the game are compiled basically. And I will put that in the description for those interested in the additional details. So yeah, let's just get right into it, and we'll start off with clothing mods. So yeah, you might have heard by now that Deadeye is not working, because yeah, Deadeye is probably the most powerful aggressive mod for clothing in the game, due to the fact that it gives you both crit damage and crit chance, and all of that in just one mod will significantly increase your damage output. But yeah, this really powerful mod is still not working as of now. And then next up we have the Showtime and Predator mods that are also not working. These mods are basically the same because they both add bonus damage when you're attacking moderate and high level threat enemies in the game. The common version will increase your damage output with 5%, while the legendary version will add 25% bonus damage to moderate and high level threat enemies in the game. Or yeah, at least they should, but they don't because they are not working at this moment. These mods can actually be quite useful if you want to do the higher level content in the game when you're still relatively low level yourself, but yeah, they do not work unfortunately. Then we have the Resist mod that is not working. This is a defensive clothing mod that will reduce damage from negative status effects, but also is not working at this moment. Then we have the evasion based mod known as Footloose, which increases your evasion by a marginal amount. It does however not change the evasion values when you equip it, and is assumed to not work either. This is also in accordance with all the evasion based perks in the game that are not working either. So I'm just assuming that adding evasion to your character is just not working whatsoever, whether it's from a perk or from a mod. Then next up we have the stamina reduction mods known as Tennessee and Vanguard. One mod reduces stamina cost of melee attacks by 5%, while the other reduces stamina cost of blocking by 5%. But both do not work unfortunately. And yeah, they seem like pretty useless mods anyway, even if they did work, as 5% reduction seems pretty minor in my opinion, especially for something like stamina. Then we have Boombreaker, which reduces damage from explosives by 5%, another relatively minor mod in my opinion. However, this mod also doesn't work, so yeah, if you're banking on that sweet 5% reduction from explosives, no, it's not happening. You will definitely get the full damage right into your face. So then let's move on to Cyberware. Now thankfully there are fewer mods not working within the Cyberware department when you compare it to the clothing department, but there are still a few mods not working here. We even have a legendary mod here that is not working properly. This is the Black Market Battery mod. This mod will increase your max charge and charge damage of the gorilla arms with a whopping 100% increase, basically just doubling your damage, which would be a huge boost if it actually worked. However, it does not work for every variation of the gorilla arms unfortunately. When you equip it, you will also get a bug message like this. So yeah, that legendary mod does not work. Then we have the Sensory Amplifier mod, which increases your armor by 5% as part of a cyber arm mod, and unlike the other sensory amplifiers, which all grant you something unique, this is the only one that does not work. So you will not get that 5% increase in armor at this point in time when you equip this mod. And then we also have the Monowire Battery High Capacity mod for the Monowire Cyber Arm that is not working. This mod is kind of similar as with the Black Market Battery mod for the Gorilla Arms. It's just for the Monowire and also a less powerful version, as it only increases your charge damage by 50%. But either way, it does not matter too much because yeah, you guessed it, when you try it out in game, it will not increase your charge damage at all. And then next up is the focused Berserk fragment that also does not work. When you read this mod's description, you see that it says that it enhances your Berserk mode by improving your sway and recoil reduction with 15 to 35%. And not only does it seem to not work, it might make even your weapon sway worse than it already is. This was something that was observed while experimenting with this mod.
Now we play the waiting game.
Okay guys, let's go on to the Cyberware implants. You know, the actual big things you put in your body, not just the eeny meeny mods. Let's start off with the biggest one that is still completely not working. This is the huge and legendary immune system cyberware known as Cataresist. I hope I said it right. This cyberware should increase all your resistances by 35%, but it does not work. So at this moment in time, you can write that one off your list. Then we have a couple of cyberware implants that are not working to a degree or are just completely, weird. So let's go over them as well. First off, we have the Gorilla Arms. The description says that it gives you the ability to force lock doors open and rip turrets from their bases. No. If you bought these babies for the expensive price tag of over 100k eddies just for this purpose, then yeah, you have been scammed really hard. Even though Gorilla Arms are really good for other things, at this moment in time you cannot force lock doors open or rip turrets from their bases. The next one is the Berserk operating system, and by the way, what I'm going to say next applies to all operating systems that have Berserk in their name. So most things here will work in fact, except for a few things that are written down in the description. So when you equip a Berserk operating system, you won't get any increases in resistances or in your armor. Although the description says that you will get in fact more resistances and more armor, you won't get anything. And next to that, your weapon sway will also go to the roof and increase, even though nothing of that nature is written in the description. And finally, the cooldown and the duration can be very different from what's written in the description, depending on the version you have. So ignore the cooldown duration that is written in the description, and you'll have to manually check these for yourself, what these are. Then the last cyberware implant that is working like crap is the Camillo RAM Manager cyberware. Yeah, so this implant supposedly should restore 30% of your RAM when you reach the number specified in the description. But the description in this case is completely bogus. First of all, you need to have 0 RAM, not 2 like is written in the description for this to work. Then you also can't have any RAM recovery from other sources, whether they are perks or cyber decks you bought. And then finally, for this implant to actually work, you need to either have 10, 20 or 30 total RAM, or any number that you can take 30% off, and which then will result in a whole number. Are you still following me? If not, then just avoid these and avoid yourself the headache and get something else. There are plenty of other things to get at this moment in time that are just, working.
Get the out of here!
Then let's go over to weapon items, and the weapons are the least affected actually. So for those that like mods on weapons, you're in luck, as only 2 weapon mods at this moment do not work. So the first one is the Weaken mod, which has actually a pretty unique effect since it reduces the shooting accuracy of a target with 20% for 10 seconds after you have hit them. Unfortunately, all the effort and work for this mod went to the creative process of the design and idea and not making it actually functional in game. So yeah, that mod does not work either. Then the other weapon mod that does not work is the Autoloader mod, which is actually a really useful mod for weapons that have only room for a few bullets in the chamber. Think of hard-hitting revolvers or shotguns. And since those have very high damage output per bullet, this mod can actually tremendously increase your DPS overall. But at this moment in time, it does not work, unfortunately. And with that, I just covered all items currently not working in the game. So yeah, if you count it along, then yeah, you should have reached a total of 14 mods and like 4 major cyberware implants that are currently completely not working. So it's actually not as bad as with the list of perks that are currently not working. As I covered in my other video, there were 35 perks not working there. But then again, there are also like way more perks in the game than there are mods. So yeah guys, we'll just have to wait till the next big patch to see how many or even if any mods will be fixed. And as with the last big release, not much was fixed in this regards, not for mods or for perks or for items. So yeah, I will keep you guys up to date, you know how it is. So definitely subscribe if you like this video and have not subscribed yet. In my analytics, I can see that the majority of my viewers that watch the Cyberpunk videos are still not subscribed. So definitely consider doing that if you like this video. And also leave a like and a comment of what your thoughts are about all of these mods. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.